Well, that was a good first duel of the evening.
I mean, I feel like we've had some so far. I don't want to toot my own horn, so I'm going to toot Count Christo's horn instead. The challenges so far this season for 60 minutes, really intense, almost all of them. And I think it's partly because it's 60 minutes, but also it's long enough that people feel like, oh, I can actually do a lot. If I'm at speed 5.
And that's what we want, obviously, speed 5. Like, we want them to be going speed 5, and that's intense in and of itself. So going speed 5, restricting them to just an hour and kind of forces them to be speed 5 and doesn't allow for a whole lot of mistakes because realistically they can't restart. And speaking of which, as we're going into the second duel, Battle of the Pope, they will be constantly at war.
Yes.
For that 60 minutes.
And for those that do not have all of the names and don't remember everything, our second duel of the evening is between Traxium and JibblyJam, and they are playing Battle Pope. So this one is important for both of them. You don't want to go into week 3 with just one win. You don't want to go into week 3 with 0 wins. You want to go in with at least 1 win, was the word I was going to say. Goal, as the Papal States, be in as many winning wars as possible at once at the end of the timer. Each must have at least plus 25 war score to count as winning. Speaking of build up and stressful, this is once again one of those at the end of the timer things, right?
Yes. So this is going to be super interesting to watch them actually do. And I have, after watching this through the first season and now going into this season, I can't wait to see how many wars they can get themselves into. Myself, I don't think that I've ever gone over 2, maybe.
I mean, this is one of those cases, right, where we're once again kind of bending EU4 into something different, because normally, while you might play the Papal States and be like, I'm going to Battle Pope this, you wouldn't necessarily want to be in as many wars as possible at the same time. Meaning, I think there might also be some elements of the unknown here, right? It's the classic, like, last week we played Big Blue Blob. It's France, it's everyone's played it. I'm sure there's a lot of people, if you spend a lot of time in EU4, you've done Battle Pope-ish things at some point. But once again, not necessarily in I'm just going to be in all the wars and see what happens.
And play them on speed 5.
And play them on speed 5.
Yes, and not to mention, they also, well, not Traxium, but Ghibli, I would imagine, is probably going to have the casters in her ear. So, not only that, but you have someone critiquing you as you're playing. So that kind of adds another level of it, especially with these guys. They know the game so well, so they're going to sit there and be like, why aren't you... do this? Why aren't you doing
and also,
this?
And we do notice that from time to time as well. Right? It's not just the players that focus in on one specific thing. It's also the casters. Sometimes they're like, why isn't this thing happen? And then afterwards, when we do the interview, the player's like, yeah, but that thing didn't actually matter to what I was trying to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we don't actually... We might ask them their strategy, but realistically, they don't have to give it to us. And we've seen time and time before that they usually lie to us. So
yes,
let's go ahead and bring in our players and let's maybe get their strategy.
And while we get them in here and say hello to Traxium and JibblyJam, I also want to go on the record and say that these are clearly our 2 most honest duelists that we've ever had on the show.
Yes.
And they would never, ever lie to their strategy when it comes to talking to the hosts.
So let's go ladies first. JibblyJam, what's your strategy? And good evening.
Well, realistically, I think what I'm going to try to do here is start off with some simple wars and just 100% them and just sit on them. I'm going to accept war exhaustion. I'm at 20% war exhaustion. There's no point to buy it down. And then right at the end, I'm just going to try to do all the winning wars that are possible. But you guys had mentioned at the start of the stream that there are no hats, and I brought my Pope hat. So,
it's a winning move.
Now, are you going to wear your hat the entire 60 minutes?
I was only going to wear it if I win. But I do actually have
lovely.
a Pope hat.
It looks lovely. And yes, I did know that, having watched you before. I did notice you had the hand, so thank you for bringing that this evening. That's amazing.
Traxium, welcome back. How are you feeling today?
Hi. I'm feeling fine. I think this is kinda a different challenge that we've been doing before, or at least in my case, because usually there is like a clear objective, like the one Aldrahil and Flory were playing before was like get as much religions as possible, no? But in this case, is kinda abstract. Like at the finish line, we have to have as many wars active as possible. So I don't know how it's gonna be, but I will try to do my best, of course.
And I will also mention that, of course, this game does have a pause button. So if it's all about to fall apart 56 minutes in, might just want to press that. We'll see if you need to. Now, Traxium, I guess I should ask you as well. What's your strategy for going into this?
Well, I'm doing a surprising moves, like using mercenaries, getting bankruptcy, maybe doing treason against some allies. We will see.
Okay, now, so big goodie bag. We'll see what pops out.
Yeah. Now, Traxium, let's get this. So, how many points do you think you'll have at the end of the 16? What is your goal to have?
Well, I'm not sure at all. I think I will do a build phase, then try to get as many wars as possible. I would like to get to 10 maybe, but if like the Holy Roman Empire gets allied between themselves, etc., it may be hard. So let's see how it goes.
Okay. And Jibbly, what about you? How many would you like?
I mean, I'd like to have, 69 wars at a time. Well, we're going to try that, obviously.
And are you going to listen to the casters this week? Or are you going to...
No, I'm going to mute my mic or mute the headset this time. It's, you know what? I think for chat, you can play the challenge at home. And there is something to be said about having, if you're going to play this challenge at home, go in a Discord VC and stream your game and have everyone just sort of talk in your ear about, like if you really want to replicate the Speed 5 experience, because that does really change it a lot. So this time I'm muting. They're amazing. They're amazing casters, but it's a lot going on in your ears.
Yeah,
I mean, one of them's amazing and one of them's meh. Lath is amazing.
Beautiful voices.
I was gonna say, are you actually going to explain which one?
I said I was going to be nice to Lath today.
All right. On that note, guys, go ahead and get ready. We're gonna bring our casters in.
Oh, that's awkward.
Red Hawk's crying. Are you proud of yourself?
This is the best show ever.
I mean, I gotta go.
I
just throw your stuff down and walk out, Red Hawk. It's fine.
We have the run of show here. I thought maybe we'd go straight into the casters and then we'd have to do this awkward thing that's currently happening.
I don't think it's awkward at all. I think it's great.
I think it's great too. Personally.
I just want it to be week 3, so this thing is over. This is a bad idea for me to do. Lath, what's the strategy here?
It's interesting. Traxium said he's going to do build-up. I personally would get as many smaller wars that are close to me done as possible with the small Italian miners. And there is something to be said. I don't know if it's the right thing. Obviously, I haven't tested it. But maybe trying to get an idea group in that. Just trying to go pure Speed 5 in that build-up phase and get sort of 4 or 5 wars like secured, 100% done. And then go for an idea group and then just gun for everyone else in the sort of final 20 minutes. I don't know if that is the right strategy, but it's one that I'd do. So yeah, it is the right one.
And Red Hawk, which one would you go for?
What I'd go with here, and I'm expecting at least
2 of them.
15 wars at the end.
Okay. I'll write down that number.
I'd no-CB an Irish guy, and then fight all of them.
Okay.
Separate. So that's 12. If you release Meath from England, that's 13. And then you can probably get like 1 or 2 Italian guys in right at the end. Just stay in the wars for the entirety of the game. That's what I would do. I don't know if that's going to work, but...
It's actually a really good idea, man.
And let me ask, Red Hawk, I'll start with you. So I don't know if you guys heard him, but they both said that they are going to turn off their headsets and not be able to listen to either of you. So, Red, do you think that that's a good idea, or do you think that it would be more helpful to have you guys kind of almost advise them a little bit on how to play this?
It's a double-edged, what do you call it? Blade or sword or whatever. Sure, listening to us would be the funnier way to go about this thing, but I have to agree with JibblyJam here that we're kind of annoying. So
yeah,
I don't blame her or Traxium for muting us.
I think we should also mention that Uldrahill and Flurry, they came into their duel having one win each. So there's of course you want to go into week 3 with two wins because then you're kind of set. Traxium and JibblyJam are sitting at 0. You don't want to go into week 3 with no wins. You you need to have at least 2 people get sick then to be able to get into the final, and that rarely, if ever, happens. If you want to make sure that you win, you need 3 people to actually get hit by that. Well, we're calling it blade, the thing that's double-edged. But we don't. That's the thing. I don't know. Do people have? I was going to say, do people have swords? But we have several in the studio.
I mean, I think if you look around us, there's one right over there. All right, we are going to turn it over to our casters. Let's get this game started.
I think it's interesting that all 4 players have said that they dislike us to a varying degree at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not us. It's got to be them. So,
yeah,
I don't know what the problem is, really.
2 of us. We're the ones with microphones. It's fine. Yeah. Right, go on. Tell me your predictions. You're never wrong. So far, I think you've predicted with 100% accuracy.
Listen, I don't know if the players, I don't think they're going to go for the Ireland thing I mentioned. I don't know how well that will work out either way, but realistically, at least 10. What I'd like to see, 15. And remember, they got to be at least 25% war score, so we count it as a winning war, right? At least 25% war score. So it doesn't matter if it's 100, it has to be 25. So they can't just start wars and forget about it. They gotta halfway.
Who you backing? Who's your pick? Go on. Who's your pick?
This week it's gotta be JibblyJam. I was against her last time, so I gotta be with her.
Evening out. Right. Well, I will tell the players to go. Hopefully they actually, if they don't have Discord up, man, whoever has Discord up is going to be the one that's going to win. So we'll tell them to go, and we'll switch over to our game screens. Oh, Traxium said he's going to do Ireland incoming. Here we go. Maybe he's actually going to do it. See, look, if they were listening, then they would have known about the Ireland strat, and they'd have won. Easy.
True. All right, so right now we're in your POV. We're spectating.
We are in my POV. We'll see.
Is that correct?
We are. Improve relations with Castile immediately off the bat. As the Pope, you can get quite a few allies. How important do you think allies are going to be in sort of standing off coalitions and
depending on the strategy. If you're fighting in Italy and the HRE around you, allies are going to be very important, I think. Whereas if you're going to go somewhere far away, maybe not that much, honestly. But yeah, the Pope starts off.
Well, I don't know. I think it stays off the coalition, especially if you're going to be decking on like a load of CB wars. Looks like an alliance with Austria,
France, Castile
off the bat. Yeah, off the bat we've got an alliance with Austria. And yeah, estates, we've got all powers being given. We've got some right of council, supremacy of the papacy, all very standard moves at the start and probably the right ones. Maybe there are no right moves, you know? Who knows?
There's always right.
So you're going 10 to 15. I'm going to be contrarian. I think 10 would be pretty good.
A lot?
Just because like you got to understand, like if you do one war too many, you get a coalition war. Then they're going to de-siege all the stuff.
But why would you get a coalition war when you don't take stuff?
No CBs.
If you stay in all the wars... Oh, because of no CBs? Well, yeah, I'm not counting on no CBs, at least for now. But yeah, we'll see what the strategy is. Maybe there will be no CBs.
We have an unpause here, an immediate looming disaster.
Well...
the clergy disloyal. All right, let's have a look at these missions as well. I think they are worth taking a look at.
It seems we got our first war in your game.
Yeah, we do indeed. And would you look at it? You might have called it. I think they might both be going Ireland strat.
Listen, I'm a genius. What can I say?
Honestly,
let's see if this actually works. Let's see if it actually works. What if this sucks?
Both players do it, and they only end up with 3 wars.
Yeah. Maybe it's not going to be that good, man.
Steop was asking what I think of mission trees. You know, they could be expanded. All right,
definitely.
Let's have a look at these. missions. I think these missions might play into it. I think you improve relations with the Swiss and you get the Alpine Guard, which is pretty good. For 20 years, most discipline plus 10%. I'll take
What
a lot of
idea
that.
group would you open up with? Improve? I mean improve. What's it? Diplo?
No, I think if you're able to rush down offensive, that siege ability plus 20% is what wins you the game.
You think that's key? Honestly, if they're going for the Ireland strat...
If you go for the Ireland strat, it's different.
Meanwhile, over
Do
in
you
my
think-
game, we have a war as well. If we can
Alright,
flip
let's
over to
switch over.
Traxium right here. But it's not a war that he's going to want to stay in because he's just helping out France, ladies and gentlemen. He's just helping out France beat up England. So, you know, he's still scheming.
Friend of mine
He's still plotting. We can see,
he's on 1447. Damn.
we can see the hand on the chin, the classic thinking pose. Where is he going to declare? Is it going to be Siena? Is it going to be Lucca? Will they defend the church well? Is it going to be Ireland? You know, I guess we have to see. We can check out his estate setup for now. We got the
He's actually
+1.
listening. Wait, hang on. He's just staring at the camera. What was that? What was that? Did he just threaten us?
Oh, he's smiling. He's smiling. I think he
threatening us.
is listening this time.
Dude, it was
Wow,
a ruse,
wow,
and now
wow.
Ghibli's muted us, so she doesn't know that he's getting all this valuable insight and morale boost.
Well, how the tables have turned.
That's incredible.
Ladies
That.
and
Look at
gentlemen, shout out Michael
that.
Scott.
He's a genius.
But yeah.
If he loses
All
now,
right.
it's gonna look
So,
really bad on us.
Yeah. Going back to the States, he's got the cheaper advisors and the monarch points, and a ton of privileges to the burgers, man. We got the Ludi opening right here. 2018 Ludi opening, Monopolies. That's what's up. Let's see if that works out for him. And still no wars of his own. We can hop back to JibblyJam at this point and see
We'll
what
have a
she's
look at
up to
JibblyJam
in
because she
Ireland.
has basically finished off her war, taking it slow, figuring out what she's going to do. Presumably,
Yeah, it's just take that province and then release that guy, I think, and then spy on the other guys. Because you gotta get a
She able
province
to-
there, right?
Yeah, I don't know about
So you
taking
won't
the
have to
province,
no-CD
Chief.
everyone else.
Effective distance. She does get
Well, then
Former
she can
Swiss
just
Guard, that's
vassalize.
nice. And she was the Papal controller for obviously at the start of the game, but then lost it to England.
Yeah.
She was currying
what I
favors
do right
with
here, yeah.
Austria, but unfortunately that has ended. I want to point out that is the coolest background to her face cam I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's so sick.
There's that
That's
and
so
the Pope,
sick, dude.
and the Pope thing. It's pretty insane.
Meanwhile,
Alright,
she
we
started her
have-
second war, actually.
Well, I think she got called in. Yeah, these are defensive.
Oh, yeah?
Both are defensive. That's a
Oh, so
good
she probably
start.
vassalized Sligo.
Yeah, she did indeed. I think she lost all of her ships though.
Well,
So this is
the
going to
army's
be
already
a little
there.
bit tricky. Well, one
The
army
army's
is.
already there.
There's only 7,000 men here. If the Irish were to unite, I think they both have 4,000. Oh, no, she took out one stack, so there's 4,000 left. It looks like she's abandoning the siege in favor. She gets the stack wipe. High risk play there, and it does go well. Looks like Ormond is on side, and she is
Can you check
conceding
and
that siege
see
for them.
what provinces of interest she has set? Because you'd want your vassal to spy on the other Irish guys for you, right? And you would do that by setting provinces of
true.
vital interest.
Let's see if she's done that. She has not done that. That is interesting.
So we'll see how that develops.
Well, as we found out, she might be able to do the seize land trick because her capital is, if you don't know this, it's a little known tactic. No one really knows about it. Definitely wasn't prevalent in the last one. If your capital's on the same, I can't even get through it. Basically, she'll be able to seize land and then do it herself. Oh man, we look like such idiots after that.
Listen.
Do you think declaring
Forget
war on your
about all
vassals
that.
at the end is a good idea? I think so. Right at the end.
Yeah, sure. Why not go for everything you can? Meanwhile, we can hop back over to Traxium right here. He has started his first, I think, legit war. He has just declared on Naples and only Naples because they've just been released by Aragon. So sure, he is fighting a big nation and stuff like that, but you think it really matters if you're fighting an OPM or a 13 province guy? Doesn't make a difference.
Well, I don't know. I think it does because of rebels. More likelihood for rebels to rise up in the different
True.
ones.
That's true.
Losing you
that's
that
one
war
point
score.
right there.
The worst thing at the end would be is if rebels siege back all the lands and you don't get it. But I do think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Traxium's going to be taking territory in this war because he did say that he was going to be building up. And
He
that
is sieging without a general and without a navy. Well, his navy just popped out without an admiral, surprisingly. This time he is listening to us, so there we go. We got that pause. All right.
I enjoy the fact that he did
There
say.
we go. He's going to put a general on this free company right here. Put it back.
Nice. Dude, I enjoy the fact that he said, like people in chat are saying the caster audio metagame.
Yeah.
It's big.
All right. So,
All right,
yeah,
chat. I
we
want
should get a
you
general
to
on
put
that.
the number of wars that you think you would be able to get, or that you anticipate our players should be able to get in the hour. What kind of numbers are we looking at? We had 10 from Traxium. We had apparently 69 from Jibbly, and we can see someone said 4. Well, Jibbly's on 3 right now, so that's 13. I think 13 is reasonable. Well, think about it right now.
So.
If we switch over to my point of view, I'll sort of give the lowdown as to how we think this is going to go.
Bet.
Right now, we've got 2 100% wars, and we have another war being won basically already. Let's see, has England allied any of this lot? Because if they have, it makes life tricky. Oh my god, this is perhaps like you couldn't plan this better. This is such an ideal start. Because England hasn't
What she
allied
also
any of
needs
the
to do right there.
miners.
She also needs to make Desmond release Leinster, whatever you call it. Because that's one more nation right there.
That is another nation.
Yep.
I mean, there's 3, and then she can go after her own vassals. So that's 5. Oh, she's
You can
pieced them
check
out.
and see Siena, Lucca, Florence, Bologna, Ferrara, Mantua alliances.
She pieced them out for what though? For nothing? I think for
Bold
nothing.
move.
And Ormond
Bold
has
move,
just
Leith.
taken him.
Let's see if that pays off.
Didn't call me cotton this time.
Nope.
Yeah. How many does Flora think he can get? He said 1444. Okay. All right. Well, some people are trying to take this seriously, Flora. My God. It's classic, this guy. It looks like, okay, she did declare war on the guy that annexed the province, which is a strategy. I think it's probably a good one. Yeah, I think how many nations can you get out of Ireland? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's 13
9,
including
10.
Meath.
I don't think you're fighting
13
England for
including
Meath, man.
Meath.
Realistically, I think getting Meath from England's gonna be rather tricky. Yeah, 13. So probably 12. If you're lucky, you can get 12 wars. You're right next to the Scots from that point, and you might as well go
But
for them,
they're
right?
probably guaranteed by France, right?
They are, but that usually goes away at some point. So we'll see if that does, in fact, take place. Otherwise, what other wars, easy wars, are there? Epirus, right off the bat, only allied to Ragusa. That's probably quite a good one. I mean, we saw in the France thing, JibblyJam did go after Caucasia. Perhaps that is a strategy to be done this time as well. Bear in mind that alliances matter, right? Because if you declare war, let's say, on Milan, you're fighting 5 nations, but only get 1 point if you win that war because it's only one person in the war. So you want to keep them as separate
for
as possible.
ally-less guys and white piece them.
I think, yeah, Ireland, that's 12. And then you've got presumably a couple more. She could potentially be looking at 15 here. Where he says he reckons 20, the danger is someone declaring war and starts unseating stuff. Yeah, I think that's the concern. I think coalitions are going to be the main concern here. So maybe not too many no CB wars. And he's stacking up on mill points. We do have a speed 5. What's the, if we switch over to your point of view, you can talk us through what's going on and we can look at the date, because right now it's 1451. What's it saying in your game?
Yeah, right now it's 1444 here.
You restarted?
Because we've just had a restart.
Okay, he's restarted.
Yep.
Now it's interesting because JibblyJam doesn't know about this. He's restarted. It's a good idea.
She doesn't know, no.
So
and
he's
he has lost 11 minutes. And remember, chat, players can restart. This is legal. He can do
we have... Yeah, no, it's just illegal. We just decided it's not. What do you think went wrong there? Do you think you lost
Honestly, I have no
what
idea.
Did you see?
Honestly, I have no idea. It just ended at one point. So, yeah. Good thing we didn't swap over back to me.
What if the great faker is faking us out once more?
You think?
And he's just, yeah, I think maybe he didn't restart at all. He's just loaded up another game. All right. Well, looking at my point of view, we have been paused for a rather long time, 15 seconds. I think trying to be meticulous. I don't think meticulous. Must having a hell of a game. I don't think being meticulous is important here. I think just blitzing it. Obviously, she doesn't know that he's had to restart, but speed 5ing at this point and just going for it. I think in Ireland you're not in any real danger. She does need more troops, actually. She only has 7,000 troops here.
Right now, JibblyJam's lead isn't as much as the wars that she's in, but it's the time lead. She's, 12 minutes in the lead. That's more important right here. So we'll see, what Traxium can pull off here with his restart.
She doesn't have enough troops to even siege down the capital.
I mean, can she recruit merc companies in her subject?
Yes, should be able to, I believe. Well, they are. No, there's loyal. No, she
can't. What about
she can in the occupied territory? She can.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That's right.
I don't know about that. People saying they like the island strat, dude. They're liking your island strat.
Dude, I'm a genius. But I already knew, of course. So
well, you already knew, dude. I like your mug. No one's actually commented on it yet. Oh, that's a lost battle. That's gotta hurt. Oh. She got saved by her vassal. That probably should have been a stack wipe. At this point,
jumping out of the seat.
Yeah, you need. Dude, she listening as well. She needs mercenaries potentially. No way, both our players are faking us out. Surely. Nah. Impossible.
If she is listening, she's got a hell of a poker face. Let me tell you that.
It's one of the key talents that comes with being a master of Universalis. I don't know. I think at this point you need to mark up potentially, and you need to get involved. Yep.
A good point from chat is you can just declare on a coastal 1-province minor, and a full blockade is 25%, according to this one dude in the chat. Is a full blockade 25%?
I think so. But the thing is with that is if you're blockading them, you might as well just go and occupy them, right?
True.
If someone declares one, you're depending on the navy. It looks to me like she's building a carrot. That's going to take 2,000 days. How many years is that? That's about 6 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why is it going to take so long? I suppose war exhaustion. Yeah, already up to that 20 war exhaustion. Avignon separatists are also a thing. This is a rocky start for both of our players. One having to restart and one -2 stability, high war exhaustion, and a dangerous game early on. I'm not seeing where the additional troops are going to come from to win this war. What would you do?
We'll see how that develops. Honestly, just wait it out, man. Probably. Or I don't know. White pieces is 5 years, but then England might get involved. And they might all annex each other.
It's worth fighting it. Take the loans and fight it. Like, we don't have that long. We've got 45 minutes left. Flory pointed out that you wouldn't suffer the unconditional surrender, which is it does make sense.
Exhaustion with the blockade.
If you're blockading them, it does make sense. But which OPMs would that even suit? The Italians, I suppose.
Oh, the Italian guys. But
again,
I guess.
you're going to be but that's such a niche thing that if you're going to have 10 wars and even if only 3 of them, or even 1 of them, someone unconditionals, you're going to be at 20 war exhaustion. I think you just have to accept that as a fact of life. It looks like she pieced out of one of the.
We'll see how that develops. Meanwhile, we can hop back over to Traxium because he has restarted his game. Once again, going with the Naples War right here after Aragon released them, of course. So, hopefully it goes a little bit better this time. This time, he's also got a 3-star general who's, let's see, what is he? 4-5-4-1. Well, that 5 shock, that's just going to obliterate this Naples army in any terrain with any river crossing or anything like that. So yeah, this is definitely going to be his first war, man. I am expecting him to actually take land from Naples here to grow his power base, and I'm not expecting him to stay in this war until the end. Let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's how his game is developing right now. Losing some money. He is at -2 stab.
It is for land. For sure.
Yeah. He is at -2 stab, very interestingly. I don't know why.
The war for?
State setup, probably the same. Went with monopolies again, something I wouldn't personally do. But, yeah, make that money. What can I say? He's already got Naples.
What's the
war is the conquest of Abruzzi, which is this province right here. In the first war with Naples, I'd probably take these 3 provinces, honestly. It is quite a lot of AE. Naples is highly devved, so is, these 2. But yeah, he is paused right now. I think he's thinking about piecing out.
Yeah, 90%
totally
low
take this right here.
Surely.
This is pretty good for now. Maybe something like that. And he did peace out. So for Naples, Salerno, and these 2 right here. All right, he is growing himself. So let's see when he starts declaring his actual wars. And meanwhile, we can hop back over to JibblyJam.
If we switch over to JibblyJam, JibblyJam only in 2 winning wars. One of the wars is not does not count. For clarification on the rules chat, you have to score a point by at the end of the game. After the hour has passed, you have to have 25% or more in a peace deal. Well, not in a peace deal, in war score, to be able for it to be counted. And that is sort of the kicker here, because some people are saying, well, why don't you just declare a bunch of wars at the end? Well, then they wouldn't count. So, but you presumably will see that. Still, she has got a 20-minute lead over Traxium, or 10-minute lead, and only has 1 winning war, apparently looking to take land. She's taken land in Ireland.
Maybe she's just gonna pop out the vassals from there, reconquer.
Well, this one province here, not this one. It's rather confusing because Ulster is basically the same.
Oh
color
yeah,
as
it's the same color. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So to clarify, chat, this is not her land. This is her land. I wonder. So these 2 wars, and then you get a 3rd one going on against Kildare, and a 4th one. It looks like she's allowed these Irish miners to be consolidated. I still think this is the strat to play. We'll see. Yep. What do you think this was for? Do you think this is to get claims?
Yeah, either claims if the subject is disloyal and he won't spy for you, or like Flory says in the chat right now, just take everything, release vassals, then declare on the vassals.
That would have been my strat, to be honest. The good old declare war on your vassals strat is pretty safe, I think. Especially if you do it like all day one.
Yeah.
Because they'll get the free company here, but you'd be fine. You go maritime ideas?
Yeah, I'd open up with maritime, honestly. Get a big fleet, blockade a bunch of these guys, maybe fight England as well, blockade the Irish Sea, make them release Meath, declare on Scotland as well, not let France come in.
You could probably... okay, I've come up with an incredibly rogue strategy. Would you like to hear it, Hawk? Chat!
Of course.
Call me dumb, but this is potentially what I would explore, at least if I was testing it. I would probably take Siena, have these 3 be scootaged, and then set everyone possible to hostile. Then you build up your navy, like you say, right? Speed 5 it, whatever. Galleys are super effective, especially if you have a flagship with them. And then you blockade the hell out of everyone. You'll be able to get 25% against Tunis, who aren't allied to Tlemcen. So Tunis, Tlemcen, probably Granada as well. Aragon, Provence, maybe. Venice for sure. Albania. I mean, you'd get that. Fezzan, that's a couple of nations right there. Because if you scootage them as well, the people can't get in to your land.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, true.
I think that's smart. And then the other ones, you just declare a bunch of like stuff in the Caucasians. I know. I am a genius. If we switch over to Traxium, how's he getting on?
He has also just started another war, I'm presuming, and he is playing at speed 5. I'm presuming that this is a conquest war as well, but he's fighting so many nations. So, look at this. He called in France and their boys, and he's also fighting Castile and Austria. Now, at this point, Austria is still the emperor, so they're super, super powerful. 24k troops, 57k manpower. They can easily get up to like 40-something k right here, and I think they will, now that this war has started. Austria is probably murking up, recruiting, troops, so this is a very, very big war just for Siena. Not sure that I would declare this personally, but yeah. He's also got these guys on his side right here, Bologna and Florence. He's allied to both of them. Or is he? Yeah, he's allied to both Florence and Bologna. So I guess he's banking on France being super powerful here, but I think the manpower from all of these guys is just going to be too much for France, man. Let's see how this develops. It's going to be hard to piece out Austria here. And France is already getting swarmed.
People are disputing the scootage idea. I'm pretty sure they won't give access. People are saying if you get trade wars, it would work. I think, as people are pointing out, if it is just a normal conquest, then you'd lose. But then you could probably no CB him, but at that point, you're sort of back to square zero.
Yeah, true. Just embargo. Yep.
Bit micro heavy to head up. What other strats? What other weird strats do you think you can come up with, chat? Once we watch these two duke it out. If we switch over to my point of view as well, I'll take you through some updates in Ireland. We have another, I believe, no CB war against Kildare. And that would be the third war that she's involved in. Only at 1456. So what year is Traxium in?
1454. He's catching up pretty quickly in time.
Yeah, so pretty the same. And she's only got 300% wars and is suffering for it, it must be said. I believe, yep, Avignon is now free. Heavy debts. Let's have a look here. 300 loans, ducats in loans already. And it's a shame that a lot of our armies are stuck over here. Oh, we've got a peace deal. I believe, but then that's a third 100% war. Done. I believe it was a white. What peace deal was that? Might have been a white piece. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like a white piece. 4 years truce. Interesting.
The problem you might have is Munster having 3 provinces.
Well, the province is this fort as well.
Oh yeah, true.
That's nasty to try and take.
Right
to be fair, to her credit, she's done all of this with like 6,000 troops.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Flory said, here's a weird one. Rush religious ideas, then start declaring show spirit awards in Asia or something, then retreat back to Europe. You'll get taking, not call for peace. That is a very good idea. I think it would be, I mean, it would be tricky to actually get the war goal though. No, not the war, because like if you cluster them together, you're not going to get ticking war score. If you pick them up and you're smart about it, we'll switch over to your point of view, I think.
We can flip back over right here real quick. Separatists are about to enforce demands on Naples right here. Luckily, Florence is sieging stuff down. Meanwhile, Traxium is up in Vienna trying to peace out Austria. Let's see France's war exhaustion or war enthusiasm. It's high, so they're not going to dip just yet. He has pieced out some nations like Savoy. He can knock out Württemberg here, but yeah, super big war, man. These guys were, these provinces were almost about to go back to Naples. And he's still at -2 stab, surprisingly. So yeah, very weird war, man. I wonder if this is just conquest. You know, Siena is a nice province. Sure, Pisa and Lucca are better, but you can get faceting over here. It's farmlands. Yeah. I wonder if it's conquest or if he's just going to stay.
This one must be stressful. How close is he to finishing that war? Surely
he's still got to knock out Austria and Castile. Yeah, Austria is going to hop out pretty soon. He's got Vienna. I think Austria is pretty stubborn. He also has Sungdao right here, but that's a completely different war.
He's taking Vienna.
That's not him, actually. Yeah.
He's got Vienna. So would the Austrians peace out? Have a look.
No, I don't think they peace out with just Vienna. Oh, actually, they would. They would white peace. He can probably actually get war reps from them as well, funnily enough.
That's a good setup. That would turn it around as we near the halfway mark.
Yeah.
But
they are starting to unsiege, so we'll see how that progresses. Yeah, big war right here. I wasn't expecting something like this, honestly.
Yeah, Ireland or Caucasia. I think building up a power base is... Oh, I like this though, because it does set up a bit of a mad rush at the end where at this point Ghibli will be suffering the effects, and we'll see if Traxium is able to overcome that. I think if you recall in my duel against Traxium as well, I took an early lead. In that, like, we had to have as many casualties as possible. I took an early lead as Ming with like a really cheeky attrition strat, and then Traxium blitzed from behind to arguably maybe win.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Well, it's still like with the commission right now. We appealed.
Yeah,
me and my team. So we'll see.
Meanwhile, Traxium's knocked out Austria. It's just Lance Hut and Castile left. Lance Hut is on low. He can piece them out. Castile is on medium. He just needs to go stand on Burgos or something, and he can knock them out as well. Well, actually, no. Ongoing battles. So it's probably a little less than that. Where's that ongoing battle? Oh, we have a naval battle right here that Castile won. And yeah, he can probably knock out
Castile. If you say Castile lost that, dude, I've been so shocked.
Yeah. But honestly, I think he's not going to take Siena, man. That's my prediction. I think he's going to stay in this.
Yeah?
I think he's going to go for like 1 province
left. There's still plenty of time to build up if he needs to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to ask the question, do you think it's going to plan for both of our players?
Honestly, I don't think it's going to plan for either of them so far.
No.
We don't see... I don't know. We don't see anything that could lead to a lot of confidence here. Like, at this point, if someone was in, like, 5 wars, they'd be like, okay, I'm doing good. Let's just go for one more, right? Meanwhile, Traxium...
Would that be your strat at this point? If you're Traxium right now, what do you do?
If I'm Traxium right now, I'd probably ditch Ireland at this point. Too much time has passed. Declare on Siena. declare on Lucca, Florence, Bologna, Ferrara, Mantua. Declare on the vassals later as well. Try to pop out Sicily and Sardinia from Aragon. Declare on them too. So just gotta work around this region right here. What?
I don't know what he's trying to say. Wait, he's saying that we're chatting too much. What? That is literally our job. You can't be upset with that, Traxium. What else do you want us to do? What is this?
So I'm getting roasted by everyone today, man.
Honestly, I think we just turn up to get hurt.
Only Flory only Flory hasn't insulted us, I think.
No, he did say that he didn't like listening to us.
Oh, well.
He said we were distracting. Yeah, no one said anything nice. What do you mean?
Well, I gotta go get dinner, so I'm not gonna stand here.
You're just leaving. All right, I want a poll going. I want a poll. Option 1, just the poll is: do we hate the casters? Option 1 is yes. Option 2 is no. I want to see what do the people think. What do the people think of us? And if we switch over to JibblyJam, whilst that's happening, I'll talk you through what's going on because it's a little bit tricksy. We have 4 wars in process, 3 winning ones, so 3 points on the board, but this war doesn't involve Scotland, and Scotland at the start of the game has a little secret which most people don't know about. This will shock you. Next, write that down for a YouTube title. They have land force limit modifier plus 30%, so they're actually decently strong at the start, as well as land leader shock. I believe their king also starts with land leader shock, so they get +2 to shock general right at the start, which is very important. And it seems like they do have that with a 3-4. Fortunately, that is blockaded, so they can't switch it over. But if they do manage to get that leader over there, it's going to be very, very tricky. Oh God! Wait. People are spying. We didn't get our poll, but people started answering it either way. And I think which one was number 2? I think number 2 was they hate us. Now people are saying 3. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I can't remember which option was. I'm just going to pretend that one wasn't. That was the good one.
Meanwhile, we can hop back over to Traxium and see that he has pieced out everyone and is staying in this war with Siena, at least so far. You know, he's not unpausing. He pieced out Castile a while ago, so I'm definitely thinking he's staying in this war. Who do you think's next right here, man? You think it's another Italian minor nation? You know, eventually his allies are going to piece out from here. They're going to get bored.
Dude, Traxion's really enjoying being on camera now. I mean, you do have to crawl around the Italian miners, I think, at this point. Maybe head into Caucasia in the last sort of 10 minutes, potentially. Oh, wait.
Oh, he did piece out.
Go look at Spain. Go look at Spain.
Okay.
Did he look like Granada?
Oh, he's taking a province here.
There.
Yeah.
He's probably going after North Africa.
Interesting. He did piece out Siena and took the province, though. So right now we're still at
Tlemcen is such a good one to fight because usually he doesn't have that many allies. So if you check what Tlemcen's allies, he's getting destroyed right now. Tunis does take it a lot of territory. Any allies?
He does. Who? Tlemcen?
Tlemcen.
Tlemcen is allied to Portugal. And Togurt.
Portugal. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. He's building a spy
I've been seeing Tunis ally Castile so often. Yeah.
God.
See what happens here. Alliance is breaking with Florence. So yeah. Right now,
Ghibli switch over to my point of view. Ghibli has declared another war as well. I think she's seen the time as we tick past the half-way mark. Loses a naval battle. That is going to be very dangerous indeed because that is going to allow 14,000 Scots to flood across with that 3-4 general. This is going to get tricky. She only has... Oh man, they're coming. There they come. She only has what? 8,000 troops? 8,000, 9,000 troops, and her vassal gives her another 3,000? Let's see, does she have a tech advantage?
Yeah, that might be an L right there.
5 versus tech 4. This is not... I mean, it just surely has to be Mercs. And Scotland appears to be blockading.
Chad is pointing out that Traxium might be going colonial here and declaring on the natives. Do you think he has enough time?
No way, especially with the restart. If I'm wrong about that, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. I think with Scotland, I think you probably have to peace out this war. It's a scary one. It's not worth it. But I don't think they'll take anything. They won't take anything. I think perhaps considering Scotland is going for Donegal, I think, or Donegal, I think She does have a heavy there. Running over here and going to try and siege down Dumfries, probably your best bet. Because they're gonna de-siege all this stuff. You gotta take the losses. You can't hold on to what you have here. It'll be interesting to see how she reacts to this. That is 16,000 troops. A 3-4 general does have the tech advantage. Oh, this is...
What's tech?
I don't know.
3 or 5 versus 4?
Tech 5 versus 4, so still important.
Yeah.
I mean... the AI typically doesn't leave sieges that they have a positive number in, so you go in and you stack up that 3k. You could definitely stack up that 3k. The Isles, go and take them out, and then...
You think they won't hop out of that province to fight?
No, I think even if they do, you probably will potentially stack one. She's going straight for them. We'll see. I'm just saying, because sometimes they'll reinforce it, and sometimes they won't. Let's see this battle. It does look like, oh, it's a close, it's a win. Now, what she needs to do here, potentially, is bring out her ships. If she brings out her ships, these guys will be locked on this side. She does it. Oh, that's a great play. I love this play. This is my favorite thing to see. And they get trapped there with no morale. If she does it again and again, she can stack with them right here. That is an incredibly smart play.
Good move right there. Good move right there.
All right, she's got him. She's got him. Surely chase him down. Go on. Yes, they've only retreated one province. It has to be a stack wipe, and that might bring the Scots out of the war if she's able to then cross the strait if the Scottish Navy decides to leave. That is a hell of a turnaround. That is very impressive there. Oh, you got to be pleased with that. You have to be pleased with that.
So right now she's at 5 wars, right? 5 winning wars.
4 winning wars and an extra one.
4 winning wars.
Munster
well,
is not a winning war.
25%, 4?
Yes, 14%. Okay. There's the uncon from Donegal. She might. Let's see. Would they peace out? -11 away. And going back to focusing on the siege of Munster. Now, she has to bear in mind that the Scots will probably come back, but she can keep doing that as long as it's necessary. Worth pointing out that she still has 9,000 troops sitting in Roma. No way to get them back home. Bankruptcy is looming.
What's the transport situation looking like?
1 heavy, 3 lights, and 4 transports. I think you got to get rid of this army. Use it to declare war on someone, or just get it going. Bear in mind this stability, this negative stability situation. Each time you take out a loan, it's going to have 7% interest. You get that stability.
Traxium's been at -2 since the start.
Have a look.
Which is very interesting.
I see chat. I want to see. Type in 1 if you think she's going to go bankrupt. Type in 2 if you think she's going to stave it off. Have a look. If you want to switch over to Traxium's point of view, you can take us through what has been going down there.
Traxium's been chilling right now. He's been building a lot of transports during this point, and honestly, he might be going with the colonial strat right here, man. Sure, he has already taken his Tier 2 Governor form, which is external mission. Of course, you do have mission to civilize right here as the Pope if you open up with exploration and have a colonist. So he's still at Admin Tech 4, not focusing on admin, by the way. We'll see if he is going for the colonial strat. I don't know what else he could be doing aside from that. If he was, maybe we would have taken one of this.
You really think he's...
We'll see. Right now, he's just helping out France.
You think Mexico... You think you can get there in the next 25 minutes? You think you can get to Mexico and declare a bunch of wars over there?
Not to Mexico. I'd probably go with North America. With, the eastern U.S. coast. Probably something like that. These guys aren't federations yet. They don't have...
What happened with
70k troops. He annexed Siena. That was earlier, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, he is...
So, yeah, I think he's just chilling right now.
Yeah, this is
not too much going on in the obvious progress.
Bear in mind, this is similar to what happened with Ghibli back in the first duel against Aldrahill. Had an incredibly strong start and perhaps, in my opinion at least, played the perfect game right up until going bankrupt. There was the sort of 2 years preceding that. I mean, if you remember that duel, that was insane. That was god tier gameplay. Up until
is bankruptcy going to stop her again?
Just a little bit. Let's have a look. If we switch over to my point of view, I think that she has pieced out the Scots. Yes, she has. All right, that is that done. She's staved it off. She is losing 10 ducats a month. Again, this 9k, it's contributing. Because right now she is paying... Check the army maintenance. She's paying almost 3 ducats a month from just being over her force limit. If she gets rid of these troops that aren't doing anything, she can potentially recoup some of those losses.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is... Do you tank the bankruptcy at this point? Do you just annex it completely, tank the bankruptcy, speed 5 it, and then just release and declare?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know at this point.
23 minutes. People are saying that, well, someone has said, Point at C said, I think going straight for wars right away is not the best strategy. Building up a power base like Traxium first is the way to go. We'll see. She does lead 4 to Traxium's 0.
Yep.
And here's the thing, stabbing up is kind of crucial, again, for that simple fact of the interest rates. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. All right, she's going to go siege down Munster. Again, playing the speed 4. I believe, what year is Traxium in?
1467.
1467. Okay, so 4 years behind in game time, but still 4 points up. Nice little symmetry there.
Meanwhile, we do have an update in Traxium situation we can flip over real quick, and he has declared war on Tlemcen right now, who, like I said earlier, is allied to Portugal. A weird alliance that I've been seeing more and more often. Castile tends to ally Tunis. In this latest patch, Portugal does tend to ally Tlemcen. So we'll see what he's going to do here. He hasn't taken Admin Tech 5, so if he's going colonial, you know, you'd presume he'd already have done that. He does have the Diplo points to get explorers. So this is pretty easy. Portugal's pretty weak at the start. He can easily piece them out. Is he going to remain at war with Tlemcen?
He's got his idea slot.
I think so.
Should we see what he takes?
He has, and he has taken exploration ideas.
Interesting. With the restart, that is a bold move.
Bold move. 22 minutes left on the clock.
So I look like a right idiot.
Well, you know, nothing unusual right there.
Okay, that's hurtful, mate. We'll be having words.
Listen, you made a bald joke last time that I didn't catch. I only caught it when I watched back the VOD. You said something like... No, I didn't catch that. And you said I didn't catch it. I didn't catch that either. But I forgot what it was this time. Dude.
People say you can take Madeira for the colonial range. That is smart. Oh my god. It's 20 minutes left. He's got to be playing fast for this one.
True.
This is going to... No. Okay, so he needs to take Madeira. Separate piece out. He's got 1 war on the books then with Tlemcen. Then he's got Madeira for the colonial range. Blitzes it to North America. Declares a ton of wars. Does he have the time for that?
I don't know, man. I think he might, honestly.
People say colonial is his only shot. They are
is,
really overestimating how much war score it takes. You only need to have 25% war score, right? And you can declare a bunch of wars on the locals around you. You can also head into Caucasia. You've got Emirati, Trebizond, Circassia. These are all nations that you can go in,
so in this
and take out
map,
pretty handily.
Look, this is right where you're going to push in, man. Look at this. Now, of course, lots of these guys will be allied to each other, but, you know, let's take a look at these guys, for example. Only 1 ally. These guys, a couple of more. So it's not that messed up, but sure, definitely. I'd go up here, Canada, these guys down here, maybe even the Mexican guys, man. Yeah. These guys will be harder to fight than the North American natives, but there's like 3 regions you could enter here. We'll see what happens.
I'd like to revise our earlier statement of 10, because 10 is... Seems rather...
right now, it's not looking like it's going to be 10, man.
No.
Right now... I'm thinking...
And I'm starting to see the difficulty. I think we've really overestimated. I think that's on our end. I think that we've sort of underestimated how tricky this challenge is really going to be. Because to be an island and have 5 wars... Yeah.
I guess, you know, we thought the ideal scenario where you declare on every Irish minor nation separately, right? Without England getting involved or without any of them taking provinces from another one. So... and then declare on your vassal at the end. So that's 12 without Dublin.
That is 12.
Yeah,
but it hasn't panned out that way. Obviously, it is done.
Yeah,
also, I think we underestimated the sheer impact that the high war exhaustion and low stability would have on the financial situation. Obviously, he has lost...
getting ready to piece out Portugal here.
Oh, let's see what he does.
What he's going to take.
Less than 20 minutes.
Yep.
People are saying the players should either be both muted or both listening, otherwise it's unbalanced. It's their choice. If they want to listen, they can listen. If they don't want to, they don't want to. Traxium last week decided not to listen to us. Jibbly did, and now they reverse roles, and Jibbly has decided that we are of no use to her, and Traxium has decided to listen in. So it's entirely up to the player. In our previous duel, Aldrich and Flory, I don't think we had any positive impact on either player in that regard, but they have both done that.
Listen, chat, it's funnier if they listen to us, man.
It is, because then we can look at them and roast them.
Yeah.
Right. If we flip over to my point of view, I'll give you a brief update on to Jibbly's side of things. I would like to hear from her if this was the plan, if things did go according to plan, because there were a couple of tricky wars. As you can see, Ulster took provinces, as did Munster and Ormond. This is like an incredibly aggressive island. I think she's gone quite unfortunate there, and if that impacted her progress, if at all. But she is up to 4 winning wars, and potentially it looks like the 5th might be coming soon. Let's have a look. There is no war goal, and so she's stuck at 22%. I don't know that she's gonna... Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. What does she do here? She has 14,000 troops. She has no way of getting the troops over here. She's got a huge amount of loans. She might just have to sit tight and hope the Traxium can't pull it off.
I mean, she's not losing that much money, man. What she really needs to do is stab up right here. She's only losing like almost 2 ducats a month. Like I said, if she gets rid of that southern army right there in Italy and just focuses everything on Ireland,
I think she has increased her admin tech.
She won't go bankrupt.
So maybe there's a strategy here we're not seeing. Because increasing this...
We'll see what happens.
Only 80 is cheap as well. She could right now... Oh, there's the stability. There's 1 stability up. Let's see if she's going to do any more.
Does she have a stab discount, guy?
She does not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only 80 because she's the Curia controller. She's actually gotten rather fortunate and has managed to nab herself the Curia once more. Oh man, I don't know. People saying she might be listening to this. I do not think she's listening to us. She's made it very clear.
No,
staying for
she's
us.
not listening. No.
As people, in general, as casters, she said nice things about us. To be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is such a tricky situation.
It's gonna go down to the wire, man.
Lose money though.
Meanwhile, back in my game, we can hop over to Traxium, and I actually want to point out something that's not related to him, but look at how powerful this England is, man. They've gotten lots of stuff. They got the entire French coast. They beat up Burgundy, took like 3 provinces from them. 4 actually.
Are they occupying Castile?
Eating Scotland. Got all of Ireland, and it's only 1473. I've never seen an English AI that's this aggressive. Meanwhile, Traxium has not pieced out Portugal. Tlemcen is gone because Morocco ate them. So he doesn't have a war goal in this. But it doesn't matter. Castile? 99%. Yeah, and he just declared on Castile, and it's only Castile because they were dying to Aragon during this point. So Aragon is fighting Castile in the Aragonese conquest of a province I'm not going to try and say in Spanish. So, yeah, that's how
If only we had someone who heralded from that region on camera right now. Anyway.
Oof. Look at what Aragon took from Castile, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, is the war goal gone? It is. Aragon took his war goal. God. That's 2 wars he's in that he can't take the war goal in.
Dude, what do you think happens at this point? What do you think he does?
I don't know. He doesn't even have any lights to explore with. I think, man, he's running out of time for the colonial strat. Only 15 minutes left. He's got to go all out over in Europe. Stay in this war with Portugal. Yeah. Stay with Castile.
Stay in the war with Castile.
Fight Granada. Italian guys too.
Are there any Irish left?
It's just 3 nations. 2 of them are English vassals. 1 is allied to Scotland, and he can't even reach that one. This English AI right here, super strong.
Yeah, he's been rather unfortunate on that front. If we flip over to my point of view, you may be here just in time to see what I believe might be a potential stack wipe. Is she going to scorch the earth to try and get away? The earth isn't scorched. This fort, by the way, has been on the entire game. That's another ducat there. As you know, I hate forts. I usually destroy them immediately. I think this is going to be rather painful, but she... Oh, that's most of her army dead. She has 2,000 men over here. This war of papal aggression you just take the money, get out. It's not contributing to the war score at all. And I think you either have to double down and try and take Munster, or you pay your... At this point, you probably pay your troops, your ships, and go in for the naval battle and blockade it.
Yeah.
You can probably start to make something move over here, but it looks like the papal conquest of Abruzzi, she brought in the Austrians. We'll see if they are able to win this war for her. If that happens, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wars. And then if this Munster happens, that'll be 6. That is a very respectable score with this game in mind. I don't know if she doesn't do anything here, because these 4,000 troops, right, are just suffering attrition. They are suffering 1% attrition for no reason. So either leaving 0 men there. Yeah, there's no victory there to be had. Either have to commit to it or peace out. Yeah. Where are these troops going? Heading all the way around. Austria. Actually, we say that Austria's just lost to Naples. That is unfortunate. Oh, to Venice. The Venetians actually have. It looks like they have more troops than the Austrians.
No way. Who's the emperor?
Yeah, they are outnumbered in this war. Austria is the emperor. Okay, in both games, that's it. I'm ringing the bell. We've got some weird games here. We have a ridiculously overpowered England on your side. On this side, we have perhaps the weakest Austria I've ever seen, with only 17,000 troops and getting destroyed by a Venice with 30,000 troops and a 4-2 general. Meanwhile, Rome is being sieged down by Naples. So it looks like she might only get, with 12 minutes left, she might only have 4 wars. Right at the start. If you'd see, Venice is actually going south into her lands now.
Yeah, I would have thought Austria would easily be able to beat these guys.
And yeah, Austria seems to be mustering some troops to see what they have going on. Austria with 62,000 manpower, they have the ability to do it. They are just not. They don't want to. They are.
Meanwhile, Traxium has declared another war. Traxium has declared another war, and keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he's still in war with Portugal and Castile at 99%, both of them. He's just declared on Florence at this point. This is going to be super easy. He's just fighting Florence and Switzerland. Switzerland, sure, it's going to be annoying to siege them down, but this is not going to be a difficult war at all.
No.
So yeah, Flory pointed out in the chat, or maybe someone else, yeah, it was Flory, that he might be waiting for his 3rd idea group here, so he can actually get colonial range for these islands right here, so he can then take him and colonize. Once again, pinned down. I don't think there's enough time for that.
No, I don't think
there's enough time for that. I think he just needs to keep fighting everyone.
He might be able to know CB. Yeah, I mean, if he wins this war, he'll be up to. No, okay, don't worry. I had Austria select. I thought she got pieced out with the Irish wars. No, we're good. I was about to freak out.
This dude had a heart attack.
99%. 3. Yeah. Just clutch my heart. All right, if we flip over to my point of view, I'll take you through what's been going on now, because it is not looking good as the Venetians storm through. The Neapolitans have taken every province there is, apart from this province over here in Ireland. It looks to me like the Papal States is fully occupied. Meanwhile, the Austrians, despite being sieged down, where are the Austrian troops? The Austrian troops are in Hungary, and they're marching down. No, they've returned. I would be. Oh, they're about to get pinged. Oh, they're about to be pinned down. I would be raging right now. I would be raging. No way. Why is there such a difference in skill here?
What's Venice's tech?
I'd love to check that. 6 versus Austria's, I presumably 5, right? Austria is about to take tech 6, but they are tech 5 right now. I would be fuming. Surely the bankruptcy is coming now. The bankruptcy is looming.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. There's only 10 minutes left. This is coming down to the wire, because for both players, it seemingly has fallen apart. Traxium, right at the start, the colonial game not working, now desperately trying to claw back some war score, whereas Ghibli has been completely screwed over by the AI. This is close for all of the wrong reasons.
Traxium is doing real well. We can hop back to him right now at this point and see his wars. He's 100% at Florence, and he's about to 100% Naples. He has paused right now, probably about to peace out Switzerland. He's allied to Bohemia and France, a very strong Bohemia and very strong France.
He's equaled the score.
He's equaled the score. He literally just needs to declare on someone like Bologna, which he's allied to. Like, oh, look at Ferrara right here, man. They're just allied to Albania and Genoa. This could be easy. He could probably declare
could be...
on Granada.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this could be a come from behind win. By the way, as far as I'm aware, in this series, we have never had someone restart and then go on to win. We have
Look
not.
at this.
That would be a first.
Yeah. France wouldn't be able to join because they're already on the same side. So yeah, there's the 5th war right there. Croatia, easy. No allies. Super, super nice.
Oh my god. What is that Hungary and Bohemia? The game's only been running 40 years. Or 30 years. It shouldn't be this strange.
Yeah. Look at the
Aragon
Ottomans.
winning. The Ottomans looking real strange. Poland looking weird. A super strong England and Aragon. This is cursed.
I've never seen a more cursed Europe while playing in Europe. You know, you usually get these when you play like in India or Southeast Asia, but very interesting.
People, I want to address this directly. People are saying casters shouldn't be telling the players what to do. We are giving insight. If we were to sit here and not sort of say what we think should be happening, what should be happening, we'd be very silent indeed. Both players have access to us. I'm afraid it's just the nature of the game. It would be very tricky for us to
you guys
for us to talk to you and say, "Oh, look at what could happen," without saying what would happen. So Traxium's listening. But it doesn't change the fact that Traxium has 4 wars under his belt, and so does Ghibli, currently tied.
Yeah, and keep in mind,
What do we
at this
do
point,
for
she doesn't
tiebreaker?
know how many wars he has.
She doesn't
She's not
know.
listening in, right? And it's less than 10 minutes on the clock. A little more than 7 minutes left. So, if Traxium can't pop off another war, we're going to have to go to the tiebreaker on war score. And he's got 2 100% wars. And, we'll go over the rules once again because I did for Gar.
We will also be mentioning the score, Lance. They said we shouldn't mention the score. Also, by the way, our players can have the stream up and see the score. But sure. Anyway, I'm about to
we
chat.
can pop back over
chat?
to you.
You're wrong. Nah, hang on. I'm gonna throw down with chat. I'm swinging at everyone today. But we'll come after you. Right, if we switch over to Ghibli, I'll take you through what is a disastrous war with Naples. Currently at minus 96%. All of chat is wrong. Absolutely. I can... Absolutely, all the time. This is... I don't see how you come back from this in this Neapolitan war. Potentially should have pieced out a little bit earlier, but it's tricky. Bankruptcy was looming for a second. I think she did go bankrupt. Hang on. Yep, bankruptcy. And Naples has won that war.
There it is.
Rome is just that one province. I believe she's about to lose this province over here. But that isn't the aim of the game. This doesn't actually affect her score in any capacity. It's just rather tricky. Does losing a war count as negative? Afraid not. Afraid not. Oh, man. Ghibli does not have 5 winning wars. This one is 22%. It's not 25%. Maybe Ghibli doesn't know. 25%, I believe. I could be wrong, Red Hook, but I think 25% is the threshold, correct?
Yeah, 25% is the threshold, yep. Meanwhile,
God.
we can hop back over to Traxium because he has declared his 5th war, and that is going to be versus Croatia right here, just as predicted. They didn't have any allies, so they were the obvious target, right? Why fight 5 nations when you can fight 1? He's going to knock this down pretty easily. Sure, they have pretenders right here, and he might be losing a little bit of war score from Portugal because they have rebels, but honestly, it's not going to be an issue. So, if I was Traxium, I probably, declare another one just to be safe. Maybe even another one. Ghibli at this point, she doesn't know what's going on, so yeah.
Well, the thing is with Ghibli, as chat has very, very rightfully pointed out, so chat would be relaying this information to her if she was listening. She should potentially look at leaving the province. If we switch over to me, I'll show you exactly what I mean. But she should potentially leave this siege, allow units to be recruited in this province, and then attack it for the war score, which would give her enough to have this one right here. Let's see. What allies does she have? Can she call on anything?
Dude, meanwhile, in my game, England declared on Granada. England declared on Granada, yo. Look at this. England is fighting Granada, Morocco, and Tunis for Gibraltar.
Now, if we switch over to your point of view...
I knew these guys liked that, but... Yeah, I didn't think they liked this that much. And they're all alone, too. 50k troops, 50 boats. Start off with exploration. I want the save file from this game, man. I want to see what the English do.
yeah. Traxium, take a save for us.
Traxium, drop it in the
Are we
Discord,
sure?
bro.
Red Hawk, can you come clean? Are you playing as England?
Right now?
Yeah. Is this you?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I told you not that.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, Traxium's popped off his 6th war versus the nation of Ferrara. Obvious choice once again. Yeah, he's just fighting Genoa and Milan. He can knock out Genoa and Milan easily, and then it's just Ferrara. So yeah,
The amazing thing is,
this,
we can still
he's
hear
probably secure.
Traxium, so we could hear him slam onto his desk. So I don't think something didn't go right there.
I think he lost
something went
stab.
wrong.
I think he lost stab. Somehow, maybe the Pope died, but no.
No, guys.
Did he go
Milan
bankrupt?
entered when it wasn't supposed to.
Ah, we see.
Do you wanna say what he said? Because I don't think the stream can hear him.
So what happened here is actually he got angry because Milan entered this war when the tooltip said that they wouldn't enter. So that was his problem right there, Milan getting in this war. But listen, AI Milan, super weak nation, man. 12k troops, no manpower. Genoa is the bigger problem here, honestly. What I would do is abandon
They could hear
Ferrara.
him. Apparently, that's nice. That's
Oh, they
useful.
could hear him. Nice. Yeah. So yeah. Is he alone versus these guys? No, he's not. He's got a Bologna, Perugia, and Urbino. So this might be annoying, sure, but he should be able to take it away. Yeah. Meanwhile,
I feel the need to say on a serious note, lads, if you do have any feedback or would like something to change about the way that Speed 5 is run and how these Master Universalis duels happen, then please sure to join the Discord and let your opinions be known. And we can go from there about changing things.
Exactly.
And also, whilst you're there, participate in the challenges. Let's get involved. Or, as
maybe you
Jibbly
can
said
be the
right at the
next Master of
start,
Universalis.
you can emulate what it feels like for us to be yelling in your ear. You know what? We'll do it. Open invite. If at some point Red Hawk and I see you in the Speed 5 Discord and you're running one of these challenges, we will jump in and heckle you free of charge.
We'll roast you.
We'll absolutely do that, dude. I'm legit. Should we do that? Should we offer that as a service? That'd be great.
Listen, there's gonna be non-content creator players in here on Masters of Universalis at some point.
Yep.
Which one of you guys in chat is gonna be the next Master of Universalis? It could be any one of you.
It could be Stormblind Gaming, who said he's going to do the Dimmy challenge. Seems like fun. Yeah, it would be.
Yep, go for it.
Said, feel free
Meanwhile, we
to
can hop
heckle
back
my
over to
Ender on the
JibblyJam.
PvP. Yeah, I'll
Let's
show
see
you what's
what
going on
she's
over here. She has actually withdrawn from the siege, potentially looking at heading right back in. We'll see how she reacts to this, but let's see. She's no longer bankrupt. I don't think she ever was. She might have been before, but here we go. There's 22%. Come on.
Nice.
Surely, if you just nip in one more, and you should be able to get it. Let's have a look. 29%. There we go. That's another war under her belt. She's pulled that one off. Despite losing a war to Naples, she's done very well there to
1 minute left
and go for it.
1 minute left. And
1 minute.
Traxium is losing his 6th war. If she can declare a war in
He's
this final
losing it?
minute and get 25%, she's gonna win.
Yo, she's going for it.
Yeah,
50 seconds.
if she can get
There's
25%
50
in this one,
seconds.
she's gonna win.
There's 50 seconds.
50 seconds
Surely
and she
not.
can win.
Surely not.
Traxium is at -6 at this point. Traxium's at
Right at the end,
-6.
the Navy has to go out. You gotta stop pausing. Let's
She
go.
has to
Let's go.
blockade
Let's go. There's 30
Oh my god,
seconds.
dude.
There's
Traxium
30
is at
seconds.
-1 right now. What's her war score?
The war score is at 8%. Either needs to withdraw. All right, we gotta start the countdown. Well, surely we gotta start the countdown.
Traxium's at 28%.
We're
In a
10,
6th war.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and note the second it's there. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. It's
And
done.
that's it. Done.
Whew.
That
My
was very
God.
intense.
Oh my god.
Dude, this was... Yeah.
All
Very
right.
intense.
There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. So right now you can see on screen. I think Jibbly's still playing. I'm trying to pause it. It's,
Pause for her, yeah.
I need to. I think she's gonna check. It's done. Wow. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end there. The 6th one was incoming. The 6th one was almost there. If we switch over to Traxium's point of view, you can tell us how many Traxium managed to get there.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Oh my god, my heart kind of hurts.
Boom, here we are at Traxium, and we can see that he has 6 wars above 25%. Literally, in the last 10 seconds, pieced out Genoa and got from -1 to 28% in the last 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Or it could have gone to JibblyJam. Amazing.
That was
it's never been this close. But congratulations
so
to Traxium. Clap it up, everyone.
Well played on both fronts.
Job.
My god. That is excellent. How they've managed to do that, I don't know. Like, Ghibli managed to come back from perhaps the worst war and worst AI Austria I have ever seen. Dude. Traxium coming from a restart, switching strategies halfway through, and both of them rushing at the end. I mean, Ghibli was about maybe 5 or 6 siege ticks away from winning that. Oh my god. Which is good, because I don't think we had a tiebreaker. So,
yeah.
Very glad that happened.
The tiebreaker was 100%, right? So, how many wars was she in at 100%?
She was in 1, 2, 3, 4 at 100%.
So, if Traxium didn't piece out Genoa in the last 5 seconds, he would have had 5 winning wars, 2 at 100%, and JibblyJam would have taken it. If he didn't piece out Genoa in the last 5 seconds. That's how close it was, ladies and gentlemen. Because she had 4 or 5 wars at 100%. Amazing.
And then Connaught at the end, I think the only thing she could have done different is potentially declaring war on her own vassal. But well played.
In the end, it turns out she did everything right.
Yeah.
But
no, honestly, and like, I think for both players, the really interesting thing I found about this duel is that for neither player did this go according to plan. I don't think, especially Ghibli with being reduced to a 1 province minor, Traxium having to restart. So incredible performance from both of them, and I'm so curious to hear what they have to say. Oh man!
On that bombshell,
I think we'll head back to the studio. The studio. Nice one.
Wow. I wish you guys actually could have been in here. Like, as that was going on, I'm just kind of sitting there, like, with Anders, like, on the edge of my seat, just kind of willing for Ghibli to actually get that last siege.
That was so close.
Oh, I don't know if she knows yet. I would imagine, probably.
I would assume so. And I think that was, from our perspective, of course, as we were watching the caster perspective, we were watching that Ghibli's perspective, but Red Hawk, you were saying Traxium essentially clutched it in the last few seconds that we didn't see there. And, you know, that's one of the things about being live. We're not always going to find the most exciting things. But what seems like we've been able to do today is make it very stressful for all of our players, especially like the last 5 minutes.
I mean, even that one was the last, like, what, 10 seconds or something like that? I think that the closest that we've come since we started streaming with Speed 5 was probably Car and a Family Affair. I think she won it with maybe like 10 seconds or something like that.
Something similar.
Yeah, so, I mean, this was just crazy. Edge of your seat, just, is she going to get it? Is it going to screw her over? And, I mean...
Yeah.
That was some craziness.
One of the things I wanted to ask you, Red Hawk, before we talk to our players, how wrong did this actually go? Because you went out on a limb and mentioned a number before the 60 minutes, and that number was 15. We made it up to 6.
Yeah. So that number was obviously an ideal scenario where you declare on every Irish minor separately and then some Italian guys. Obviously, that was, I was sort of hoping to get to 10. We could have gotten to 10 with Traxium, I think. He was in a great position, not losing money. He could have easily found like 4 more nations to fight. But it did go wrong for him because he did have to restart. Then he chose a different strategy to go colonial. That didn't work out. He didn't do that. In the end, he just ended up fighting nations right here. And I think for JibblyJam, it did went, right. She did fight the Irish guys. I just think, she had a few, issues with the economy and with the transports especially, and that's what slowed her down. But once again, none of that mattered either for Traxium or for JibblyJam because it went down to literally the last 5 seconds. And if Traxium didn't beat out Genoa, JibblyJam would have taken it away.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting because they actually did kind of go the way that you both said that they should. I mean, they both went for Ireland. And then it seemed like it was kind of falling apart a little bit from there, and a little bit RNG happened there. I mean, especially.
I think Traxium's plan was to build a power base and head out to the new world. And I think with the restart as well, I think it just didn't seem feasible. And then at that point, he's just panicking, thinking, okay, well, what happens now? And I think he did very well to rescue that. And I think Ghibli, I mean, I personally would have been very upset with that Austrian AI. I have never seen a weak Austrian emperor like that lose to Venice. I would be fuming. I think that is easily lost at the game there. Yeah, if that goes differently, she wins that war, she's out clear.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask Traxium too, because this is the first time. So he played in the first season with us. And now this is our second week with this. And this was his first time actually listening to the casters, I want to say. So I'm kind of wondering if that affected it a little bit. So that'll be interesting once we bring them in.
I know for a fact we had some Ghibli fans in the audience that was like very annoyed that they were
very angry with Leaf.
But that is something all of our players have agreed upon beforehand or realize as it goes on. We'll never know because we're not going to ask them again. You said, do we have our players with us?
We do. Thank you so much
talk to them.
to our casters.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Well, if we're here, I don't know if our talk is.
Congratulations, Traxium.
Hi. Oh, I'm okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So Traxium, congratulations, you did win. So how wrong did that initially go for you?
It happened a lot of things went wrong. Like Napoli, I think it's in English, Naples. Owned me in the first war like hard, and I was like, oh, I have to restart, I have to copy again the ID of the game, so a lot of time lost. So I had to run, and I said like, okay, maybe we can do the hop on the Iberian Peninsula, then into the new world. But I was running so low on money and bad stats, so it kind of went impossible. So I did what I could, and luckily this is the Pope that likes the Ottomans the most, because in the last war, if were not for the Ottomans that sieged a province of Minis, or I think they were sieging a province of Genoa, and I could piece out Genoa. So in the last like 10 seconds, was so clutch, and thanks to the Ottomans for this, because no other way.
That's kind of the thing I wanted to talk to Ghibli about, because I mean we were watching it as it was happening. You guys were focusing on playing. I'm sure you know at this point, but did you realize in the last minute how close it was? Because it literally came down to like the last 10 seconds.
It did.
You were neck and neck. You almost beat him. So it's like part of me, there are two wolves inside of me. One of them is really impressed by Traxium for clutching it out in the end, and the other wolf is really sad for
I have
Ghibli.
to say, I wanted to beat up Austria for Ghibli. Ghibli, how did you? How angry were you?
I expected Austria to win me that war. Everything kind of went according to plan up until that happened. I had to take a province early on. I wasn't going to take an Irish province, but then I had to hire more mercs or hire something, and so I couldn't do it with my vassal. So I was like, whatever. When the rebels spawn, I'll let them retake the province, and then I'll do a second war with them. I planned for one bankruptcy. As soon as I brought my ships to Ireland, they were forfeit. I was like, that's it. I struggled with my economy, but with Austria, I expected Austria to win me that Venice-Naples war. I'm not going to lie. And I don't know what they were doing. At one point, I think that they went up into like Germany somewhere. And I was like, no, Austria, like, where are you going? So that didn't work out well. But luckily for me, I was able to give away everything except for Rome, which actually fixed my economy, weirdly enough, because then I was just an OPM and my vassals were disloyal, so I was actually happy to get rid of them. That was totally great, and getting rid of my Sligo vassal was also great, because then I could go back to war with them. But yeah, those siege ticks in Ireland were kind of brutal. But yeah, I was just that Austria man. But not listening to the casters, I think, really helped. I was able to actually like focus, like center my chi. But good job to Traxium, because that was a really fun challenge.
With that being said, Traxium, I have to say, second season with you here, first time for you to actually listen to the casters. How did that affect your gameplay, or did it not affect it at all?
Okay, the thing is that last week against Flory, I saw him playing rock paper scissors, etc., and I thought that, like, man, this is so fun. So I thought, okay, let's try a challenge with hearing, because it was kind of an interaction with the casters too, and I don't know, with the chat in some way, but I think it was funnier. So I will try hearing now, maybe, perhaps.
Well, I mean, it did work for you. You did win.
Yeah, but to be fair to everyone, I'm not sure we can conclusively say in this instance that listening to the casters is a way to win or lose. No. It is a way to win or lose at rock, paper, scissors, though. We do know that. And
I kind of wondered at one point, too, if Traxium was just kind of trolling Leith at one point, because Leith was like, there's no way he's going to go Colonial. No, that would be crazy, especially after the restart. And then you went to do Colonial. So I'm sitting there going, okay, so he is listening. Is he just kind of trolling Leith, or what is he doing?
I mean, this is Be Nice to Leith week, everyone. We all agreed.
I did not agree to this.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so thank you so much to both Traxium and Jibbly. And we will see both of you next week.
Okay. Thank you very much. See ya.
You know what it's time for?
Next week's challenges?
Yes.
Oh, see, I'm starting to be able to read your mind.
Yes. Okay. Oh no, I just realized two things. First of all, we did not see Jibbly in a Pope hat.
Oh, that is
sad. While I mean it was impressive down to the wire victory by Traxium, but we did lose something collectively as an audience. And secondly, I also learned that even though I do have a tinfoil hat that I could bring, due to these things, it wouldn't fit. So that's sad. I was going to ask, do you want to read the names, or should I do it?
I mean, I can do it. So it looks like
I like the fact that you first read them as like, yes, these seem easier to pronounce.
Honestly, I didn't even see it that far. If you were going to embarrass me, it should have been earlier in the stream. Okay, so next week we do have... So the challenge names are The Sun Will Rise for the first one, and then Feathered Serpent for the second one. I have no idea.
Yes. Me neither. If you want to know what those challenges actually mean, Lady Magnus will post them on our Discord on Sunday. If they want to compete in either of the challenges that happened today, what do they need to do?
So they're going to go onto our Discord. So please join our Discord first and foremost. I do have it's a little channel in there. It's called Challenges. Go ahead, join our Discord, go read the challenges, and then go to our EU4 discussions after you're done playing. And they have a full week to do so. And go ahead and screenshot your at the end of the game. We would like it if you would do it in an hour. We would like for you to do it as fast as possible. We can't judge that, unfortunately. So just post a screenshot, and we'll have a little discussion. Yeah. And you never know, you might be the next Master of Universalis.
We should probably, if we haven't already, I need to double check if we have a voice channel themed around EU4, because then we could do screen sharing so that Leith can come in and yell at you if you're doing it.
He would too, I think.
I know he would. Let's see. So that's the important stuff done. Of course, as mentioned last week, we are not doing Galaxy Brain on Wednesday because on Friday and Saturday we are doing Commanders in Conflict, our premiere Hearts of Iron 4 1v1 duel show. I'll be there.
I'll be here, not on screen.
Not on screen. I'll be here with Midgeman. I'll be here with Count Christo. I'll be here with Tommy K. And there's definitely going to be some players that if you're into Hoi 4 multiplayer, you would recognize.
You really don't want to miss it.
I think we're going to reveal it tomorrow on social, who they are.
That's fair.
If I recall correctly, or it might be Wednesday, but it's soon.
You don't want to miss it.
No.
Actually, we have some pretty. Definitely. If you're into Hoi 4 multiplayer, you will recognize these names.
Oh yes, that's true. Thank you, broadcast. We totally forgot about something very important, actually.
Our leaderboard.
Yes, and also our schedule for next week. And so we've rewound, and here's the current standings. So Flurry Worry sitting at the top with 2 wins, 0 losses. Alderhill and Traxium 1 win, 1 loss each, and JibblyJam has a spot for redemption next week, currently sitting at 2 losses, unfortunately for her. And next week, the matchups are Traxium versus Alderhill, which would be one of those. They both have 1 win, 1 loss. One of them's going to come out with 2 wins and 1 loss. And Flurry Worry has the matchup against JibblyJam, which I think for Jibbly is definitely going to be redemption here. Because Flurry, with 2 wins and 1 loss against Jibbly, it's still going to go forward to the finals. Traxium versus Alderhill looks to be the game to watch if you want to know who is going up against Flurry in the grand final.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, though, the Flurry versus JibblyJam is going to be a super interesting game anyway. They are very, very good players, and I think that Jibbly would probably actually look forward to playing against Flurry, and we'll be able to ask her that next Monday when we come back.
It's one of those things, right, where we have it's not a very gradual system. We have you either win or you lose. It doesn't matter how close you come to winning.
Yeah.
It's still a loss.
Yeah, unfortunately. But, with Jibbly, I think that she will have fun playing against Flurry. I think that will be exciting for her. Mm-hmm. So she has much, much respect for Flurry. So that'll be fun. So that'll be next Monday at our normal time, 1800 CET.
Yes. And if you don't know what that is, you can look below in our Twitch schedule, and it'll tell you your local time because it's cool like that.
I think that's about all that we
Yes.
have. So make it back, guys, next on Friday. I don't think we have the schedule for that.
We have on Twitch, so you can look below.
Yes. So thank you so much, and we will see everyone Friday. Bye, guys.